Okay, so I want to share with you all a prophetic dream that I had. And I know that if it resonates with me, then it's going to resonate with other people as well. And I'm the type of person where I am clairvoyant, but I don't dream when I go to sleep very often. Like, I go to sleep and I don't really dream, or I just probably don't remember my dreams, but it could be both. However, when I do dream at night, when I go to sleep and remember my dreams, every single time there is an important message that is there that needs to be shared. So I'll give you a little bridge going into this dream, but yesterday was Tuesday. Today is Wednesday as I'm recording this. It's Wednesday morning and it's not even 6 a.m. yet. I'm up early. But anyway, yesterday, Tuesday, I was not in the best energy at all. Like, my vibration was a little bit lower. Have been going through a lot. Like, my energy's been off as of recently over like the past week or so. And I just decided yesterday to take some time to myself to, postpone some plans, to cancel some commitments and obligations, and just choose myself this time. Because when my energy feels off, that is what requires me to kind of recluse and go to myself and go into my turtle shell and just kind of get myself together, get myself grounded before I come back out and go be around people. Because there are times where I don't want to give my energy to people if it's not at its best. Especially when it's people that I love and care about. If I'm not in the best energy, I don't want my energy to bring somebody down. And I don't want my energy to disturb somebody's peace or to just affect them in a way. Like, I don't want that energy to rub off on them. So I feel like as a protection for them is to stay away. And this is something that I have tended to do. And it's also at the same time to protect myself, because I want to not deal with any type of disappointment or anything that could potentially go wrong when my energy is off. And when my energy is off, I'm more fragile and I'm like a volcano ready to erupt. And sometimes a volcano could be at high intensity, high energy, that they're on the verge of an eruption. So it's like, don't put anything in the volcano that can make it erupt, because it's going to erupt. We got to get the volcano to calm down a little bit. So that way, if something is thrown in there that could make it erupt, the volcano is calm enough where it won't erupt. And that's how I was feeling. I was feeling very intense. And I'm like, I gotta take a step back for a while, because I felt that I was on the verge of an eruption. I was on the verge of a breakdown, a meltdown, or just completely going off. And I just didn't want to have that happen. And whenever I get in this energy, the only thing that I really think of doing is sleeping, is just sleeping it off, just getting myself some rest. So I came home yesterday after work and I ate me something, watched a little bit of TV. And then after a while, when it was around maybe like 8 o'clock, the sun is starting to set. It's not completely dark yet, because, it's September, so it's still relatively daylight out. But put on my pajamas and then I laid down and went to sleep. Wanted to get some extra sleep last night. So throughout that time, I was having multiple dreams while I was sleeping. I just slept all through the night. I was waking up periodically, but after a while I would just go right back to bed. So one of the dreams, significant, that I remember, that I'm going to talk about now, was I was being chased. Okay. And what happened is I was in my neighborhood and it was nighttime. And I'm walking, just throughout my neighborhood. And as I'm walking, I can feel someone behind me. And then I also can like hear the footsteps in the grass, because I wasn't walking on the sidewalk, I was walking in the grass. And I can hear footsteps behind me. And I turn around, and there is this young woman, okay? Young woman, she's probably like in her 20s, right? And she's a brown-skinned woman, and she's wearing this, brown outfit. It's like a brown t-shirt, like it's like a brown one piece, like t-shirt and shorts, whatever, fit for the weather. And then I saw her, and when I turned around and looked at her, something within my intuition was telling me that this girl was following me and she was bad news and that I need to get away from her. It's like, be aware of her. So I'm looking at her, and then I looked at her long enough, and then next thing I know, the girl is charging towards me. She's running towards me. So when she's running towards me, I look up and I see there's another person also walking towards me. And what I had noticed, this was another woman. And this other woman have been like, she probably was also in her 20s as well. But the woman behind me was about maybe like a couple of inches shorter than me. But the woman in front of me was a lot taller than me. Okay. She probably was, maybe like 5'8" or something. And as the woman behind is charging towards me and I begin to run, I'm seeing that there's another person walking towards me as well. And then the other one starts running towards me as well. So what I see is they're trying to trap me. They're trying to capture me, trying to kidnap me. And what I heard in my mind was human trafficking. So these were like human traffickers trying to kidnap me and stop me. So as I run and the girl behind me is charging towards me, and the other girl is in front of me is running towards, what I kind of do is I'm running straight, and then I kind of take like a football player, like quick dodge to the right. And I went off to the other side to kind of like dodge the girl so she couldn't hurt me, like moved out of the way. And then the girl running behind me, she just kept running. And then eventually the girl disappeared. I don't know where she went. And then the next thing I know, after I kind of dodged out of the way and I kind of caught my breath, and then I turn around and then I see the taller woman running towards me as well. So I'm running, she's chasing after me, and I can remember that I have some things in my hand that was weighing me down and was slowing me down. So, and I'm close to my home because I was in my neighborhood, but I didn't want to run straight home because one, I could fumble with the keys to unlock the door to get inside. And I was going to slow me down. And I also did not want her to know where I lived. So I knew in that moment that I had to just fight her off. So what I did is I set the whatever was in set the bags down. And then I turn around and I'm bracing her and she's still coming towards me. So then she comes up towards me, tries to grab me, and then that's when I attack. Next thing I know, I'm just attacking. I'm just punching, swinging, kicking. And the next thing I know, the woman is on the ground and she's unconscious. So I knocked her out. And then after that, grab my stuff, and then I run back home, get inside, and then I was safe. And then that's when the dream ended. So the meaning behind this dream is 1, to always be aware of your surroundings. 2, to always trust your intuition. If you feel like something is off, you will feel like something is off before you see or hear anything. If you feel like something is off, it's off. Get out of there. 3, make sure that, like Jenny said to Forrest, don't try to be brave. You just run. You just get the hell up out of there. You just run. If it saves your life, run. If you ever feel like you are in danger, if you're ever in trouble, run. 4, do not be afraid to have to fight an attacker if it needs to be. All of that rage, all of that fight that's within you, because everybody has a fighter within them. You got to use that fighter. I know how you're a lover, not a fighter, but if it means saving your life, do not be afraid to fight if you need to. It can save your life. Also, be sure to travel light when you are walking around, because anything can happen, and you want to make sure that you don't have anything weighing you down. also release any type of emotional baggage that you carry, because that emotional baggage can also weigh you down and slow you down and cause destruction to attract in your life.